Alright, hello ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. This game is really loud. Um, Customize green and green and black. With a hint of blue. Um, okay. Use the original placeholder computer synthesized voice. I don't know. Not that it really matters, but that's what my screen is, so. No reason to go into 2K. Alright. I don't know really what this game is. Okay.
Element 126, resin, res. It was the answer to everything. A transmutable element with the power to unlock the secrets of the universe. It gifted humanity everything there was to know about space-time and how to enslave it.
Cool.
Res triggered an explosion of technological advancement. Mankind spread to the far reaches of the galaxy, growing exponentially in numbers, along with the reliance on Res. The United Terran Alliance was founded to control the countless population. Eventually, they sought to ration the use of Res. As res supplies thinned, conflict arose. An epidemic of fortune-seeking miners forced their way to the galactic core, where resin was most abundant. Eventually, the primary res source was discovered. All res stemmed from a sinister and timeless energy being, a being awakened by the use of res. They had sprung an ancient and recursive trap, res being the bait no budding civilization could possibly ignore. Corruption spilled outward into the stars, twisting the biological matrix of all it touched, integrating it into machines. Mankind's own technology, their own dead, had begun to turn against them. For years they struggled to survive against a flood of abominated metal and flesh. Billions were lost to the infection, only further feeding the expanding corruption. In spite of hopeless obliteration, the very fabric of life itself arose to fight the dark entity. As a race, humanity came together for a single purpose. In some twisted way, they had found peace. Peace, however, does not last. People fell back into their self-minded ways. Humanity turned inward in a scramble for the remaining res, which now could no longer be renewed. As the UTA lost its control over the galaxy, they collapsed the entire Warpgate network beyond any hope of salvage. Human ingenuity, it turns out, knows no captivity. A resin-based drive was developed, allowing more direct travel anywhere in the galaxy. The Void was reborn as a wild, untapped, and lawless frontier. As years pass, piracy and skirmish battles rage. Precious res the prize. Raw worlds are recklessly colonized and disputed by legions of makeshift starships. An entire ecology of nomadic drifters emerged, endlessly recycling the wrecks of constant war. All the while, the nearly forgotten saviors of the galaxy tirelessly struggled to exterminate the last remnants of the infection.
Cool beans.
It seems like, yet again, you dimwits have flown my ship headlong into an infested region. That is the third time this week. 6 million forms of communication, and I'm yet to find one that can articulate how moronic you fools are. Computer, power up the weapons and shield emitters. The doctor is in.
Forward, brakes, WS. Alright, forward, backwards, left, right, AD, left and right. Fire, mouse 1, boost engines, left ship, brake, / reverse is X. Okay.
Super kill. Mega kill.
I don't know really what I'm doing. I don't know where, like, like, how much shields we have or whatnot.
Ultra kill.
How much ammo we have, how much power. There's no statistics. Just shoot stuff mindlessly as fast as you can.
Destroyer of worlds.
Looks like I died.
Game over.
Yeah, I know what I'm doing. No.
Carl, seriously? Do you realize crew members suffocated on the lower decks because you routed power from life support to play stupid video games?
Silence, imbecile. They gave their lives for the greater good. The scientific mind must stay active, or it would wither and wrinkle. I'll boil any ocean. I'll irradiate a whole litter of Narlakian pups. I'll divide by 0 if I have to.
I told you he'd cause trouble if you leave him to his own whim. Those implants can really make a man sick of the melon. Elsa, he is a liability if we keep him on board.
Please refrain from sneaking up on another living creature like that. Do you not realize the horror people have to endure every time they look at your face? You are fortunate I did not inadvertently dismember you in a panic-induced frenzy.
Everyone, shut up! To the bridge, right now. Anyone not here in 30 seconds is getting vented into space.
Cool.
Well, I'm glad to see everyone was able to get up at the crack of noon to work towards sustaining our survival. Let me present to you all the garbage dump we'll be sifting through this afternoon. Yes, most of this is useless junk. Yes, this is utterly pathetic, but what choice do we have?
This ain't no way to treat this here metal mother. The lady deserves better. Let me be snapping on something fresh. He might not be the best candidate to operate the tractor prototype. Keep in mind that Carl built this thing, so it goes without saying that it's dangerous. I'd hate to have come all this way just to have Mackenzie rip us apart like a rabid chimp with Carl's untested toys. You know how those two can be.
I don't really care who does what, but we need to jump on this opportunity to expand the mothership. That core module will give us some elbow room, while those wings will give us some much-needed firepower. Let's get those modules fitted so we don't have to listen to each other breathe anymore.
Please pay close attention to the moving picture feature film show. You will be subjected to standardized testing following this demonstration.
Okay, so The mothership is a modular starship. Take the ship apart and reassemble it to fit your needs. Use cores to increase the frame size of your mothership. Cores have stats that will boost your ship's speed, shields, health, and maneuverability. Attach wing, nose, and engine parts to your frame. Wings, nose, engine, and come equipped with weapons. Tractor part, left control. Room part, hold left control. So my sensitivity is just a tad bit high. It's there we go. Can I zoom? Oh, look at that. Oh, left control. I got you. Okay.
What exactly do you think you're doing? Stop leaning on that overhead projection like a crutch. This isn't some archaic, top-down space shooter we're playing here. This is real, brutal, kitten-eating life we're talking about. Join the rest of us down here in reality.
The camera can be adjusted to fit your needs. The top-down view is better suited for ship construction and high-level awareness. The third-person view is better suited for manual combat.
Our omnilithium capacitor is now tapped out. I've devised a method to simply eject the spent cell while fabricating a new one out of surrounding space dust. Do not ask me how it works, or why it makes sense. All that you need to know is that you will be unable to fire the ship's weapons while the new cell is being installed.
Okay.
Alright, I'm bringing the weapons online. If that is indeed what you want to call this garbage. Let's blast open some of these containers. Maybe we can find something to eat that won't make our hair fall out.
I have decided that it would be best if basic resource towing was left up to the ship's computer. These items are too fragile to be handled by Neanderthals. It brought me great pain to watch you struggle with the tractor beam.
You're supposed to be firing at them? I thought I was supposed to use a tractor beam. Crates, left 4, pickups, left 5.
Please assimilate and perform the following
Okay.
diagnostic tests on the kinetic shield system. Life and my hull may depend upon it.
Shields have their own power system, but they can be boosted with capacitor power. If shields are boosted, they take half damage and regenerate twice as fast, but you are unable to shoot. Shields consume the capacitor while boosting, so no boosting while reloading. Boost shield space.
All modern space-capable engines come equipped with special regenerating boost capacitors. Please practice making rocket go fast now.
Okay, boosted engines greatly increase the ship's speed and maneuvering capabilities, boosting uses its own independent fuel source, which will regenerate over time.
I have to say I'm impressed. You're all able to lace this thing back together without eating each other. The only thing that remains is to test the res drive. Mackenzie, start the pre-flight procedure.
From scotch and caviar to beers and tears, how is it that Jameson is the only other one with ambition to dig out of this dung heap? Just cook those bloody engines up and lay in a course for somewhere that isn't here. Please.
So I can use the fuel to boost shields. Take half damage and regenerate twice as fast.
Welcome to the Super Ultra Star Map 9000. This holographic interface will allow you to scan all known galactic entities, plot mothership destinations, and communicate with other ships and starbases. Please practice untethered exploration now.
Time moves only when you move. All transportation, mining, harvesting, and communication is done via the star map. Transportation, mining, harvesting, and communication. Okay. Take your time and plan your action. Explore new territory. Push right mouse button to set the destination on map. Use mouse wheel to adjust zoom level.
Game saved.
Okay, we have some distance to travel. There's more people over here.
All right, we're mobile. If you are all thoroughly satisfied, we can finally get on with it. We still have stickies out there, not to mention a laundry list of equipment we need before we can do anything about them. Time is of the essence, and we've wasted so much of it already.
As anxious as I am to find a so-called sticky, we have not encountered one for many cycles. The ship does not yet have a nacelle to stand on. Therefore, we need to scout more easy opportunities to exploit.
Okay.
Now that we are finally underway, let me remind you that you cannot simply urinate in the core and
Blah, blah,
proclaim
blah.
you are the alpha meat husk. You are a minuscule fish in an otherwise colossal ocean of galactic proportions. Unless you wish to be dead before breakfast, read the advisory overlays I have painstakingly programmed for your survival. Do not just click past them and complain on the galactic forums that you did not get the memo. Ignorance will not be excused. Read or die.
Please familiarize yourself with the star map command functions. If you do not assimilate this information now, it will be waiting for you at dinner time.
Okay. All transportation, mining, harvesting, and communication is done via the star map. At any time, use the assemble ship button to drop out of warp and edit your mothership. Consider selling or dumping ship parts you're not using. It will whittle you down, making you burn more res during transit. You can review tutorials at any time by pushing the tutorial button. Right mouse button is to set a destination map. Okay. Status bar. Ship functions. Okay. Where's my res? This is my res?
Map updated.
Okay, I'm calling it. We need to shift our focus back to more pressing needs. Everyone on board is expected to understand that the mothership takes priority over everything, including our very lives. To that effect, Mother needs to be fed. If we can't find what she needs, we die along with her. If we cannot trade for what we need, we'll have to take it by force. As cruel as it is, that's just life.
I see fit to enlighten everyone that every action on board consumes something. Don't let these critical supplies run dry. I've gone to the effort of labeling all viable extraction points, as well as indicating when they are ready for harvest. I have also color-coded human selfishness, so you are aware if any other faction claims ownership of these areas.
Gotcha. So ship assets 428. Unclaimed resources. Resource ripeness meter. Oh, okay, that's the outer bar is. Now claimed resources by certain factions. I understand. So not exactly what one would call be a happy childhood, but deep space clone farming is still safer than being struck planet-side in a hostile galaxy such as this one. Every so often a fresh batch of humans can be harvested from here. Okay. I'm not exactly what one would call a happy... It's not exactly what one would call a happy childhood, but deep space... Oh, I already read this. I'm great. Harvest a full batch from this location to earn double resources bonus. Require full ripeness meter.
I sense some underdeveloped crewmen require contextualization about how urgently we require these basic resources. More specifically, human resources. The ship requires an astronomical volume of periodic maintenance and repair. These tasks are far too dangerous to allow anyone with a shred of intellectual value to perform them. Therefore, we do not turn away many applicants. Remember, the bottom of the pyramid needs the most bricks.
Of course, we need bodies to operate and maintain the ship's systems, but we also don't want to feed any more mouths than we must. Most of our food is fabricated from res. Balance is the word of the day here.
Goons are needed to both operate and repair the ship. If you do not have enough goons, the ship will decay and take damage. Beware, goons consume res over time. Goons can be bought and sold. Okay. Well, you can't find res at the local corner store anymore. There are a few special places where res does continue to grow. These are rare, mysterious locations and highly sought after. Those resources owned by another captain.
As much as I detest this hellborn excrement, we're stuck in a universe addicted to res. We are no different. Without it, the res drive will collapse, leaving us to limp along at subwarp. We'll be easy pickings for bandits, or anyone else looking to kick us while we're down.
Res is needed to keep the ship moving. The faster you move, the more res you'll burn. Res can be bought and sold. The problem with building an enormous structure that wraps around an entirety of a star is that it can make a huge mess when the star decides to have a stroke and blow up. Automated drones now comb these colossal scrap fields, collecting anything worth salvaging. The problem... Oh, right.
Finding good, fresh, refined alloys isn't easy. Everyone wants them but nobody's making them. Even if we don't immediately require scrap, we still keep some around for trade. Every space nugget in the void will accept it as currency.
Scrap is a basic low-value trading resource. So this is my XP. Res is 133. What do you want me to do now? That's lore.
While the tractor beam is an effective emergency repair tool, you seem more interested in using it to fling trash about the void for no apparent reason. As long as we are in an assembly-safe area, free of any ships and stellar objects, we can program the ship's computer to reconfigure itself. Just click, close your eyes, go to sleep, and all the hard work will appear to complete itself.
While in the assembled ship area, you have access to advanced ship building options. First select the ship part, then select a different part or attach arrow to teleport the selected parts into space. Selection can also be used to compare ship status. Select part, mouse 2, see more building options, tab. It's be an idea to go back and forth. Where do I get more parts?
In an effort to curb interplanetary diseases, just about all our traded goods now have to go through this hands-off filtered interface. Nobody can stab you in the back or shoot you in the face using an interface like this. Just configure the deal, and the autoloaders should take care of the rest.
There are items and supplies on the left side. Trade for items and supplies on the right side. Try to balance the deal to maximize profit. You can sell a connected ship part while buying a similar part and it'll automatically swap in place. Alright, subcores. Subcores are used to expand the size of your mothership frame. They do provide passive bonuses to hull, armor, shields, reactors, and flight systems.
Awareness expanded.
Now that we have some currency to spend, we should stock up on strike craft. We do not want to get overwhelmed when engaged by multiple targets. Plus, it gives our enemies something else to shoot at instead of us.
Keep a supply of strike craft to assist your mothership in combat. Strike craft can be fabricated from star map and placed into hangars. Push the hangars button in the star map hub. Alright.
We wouldn't be a very respectable mothership without some sort of support fleet. I would advise we keep our hangars fully stocked with strike craft at all times. Now, unfortunately, we don't have a healthy menu of ships to choose from at the moment, but that will certainly change in time. Every enemy strike craft we destroy presents an opportunity to salvage blueprints for new ships. Plus, it'll give Carl something to do instead of pissing me off to no end.
You can customize each hangar with a unique design of strike craft. Each hangar design can be further customized with specific weapons. Each hangar has a reinforcement count you can adjust, but only one ship per hangar can be present during combat. One ship per hangar. Okay. There's an upper limit to your total command ability, and every ship you add to your fleet will cost you some of this command. Destroying enemy strike craft may yield blueprints, which can unlock new ship types, while improving existing ones. Strike craft are mid-class individual ships that will assist your mothership in combat. Charitable little ship equipped with 2 micro launchers and 2 micro turrets. Okay. Click on one of the ship hulls below to assign to Hangar 1. Yeah, 2 micro launchers and 2 Omni turrets. Mule. A poor medium ship with 2 small turrets and 2 small launchers. Freighter. Poor ship equipped with 4 small turrets and 4 small launchers. Oh. Unlock at level 9. Gotcha. So we're stuck with these.
Oh, for Gamma's sake. Why did we drop out of warp? Carl, what is wrong with my ship?
Nothing is wrong with the ship, Elsa. I've scheduled a combat drill for today. We're getting a little too soft for my liking.
Jameson, it's 3 in the morning.
Am I supposed to be going this way? Let's go through it. What's it say? Oh. Res Simulator 31,000. I was pressing the wrong button. I was trying to press space.
All of the ship's command and control systems are routed through a wireless-assisted simulation. A benefit of such a system is you do not have to be physically on a ship to fly it. You can astral project your command focus to another ship, while delegating the control of the mothership to artificial intelligence. While it would make almost too much sense to allow the artificial intelligence to fly every ship, that theoretically would take all the fun out of it.
Attack target E.
Engaging. Target locked. Obliterating. Babysitting duty. Position holding. Babysitting duty. Engaging. Relay point designated.
Alright, that's not bad. Not great, but not bad. Let's try something a bit bigger.
Engaging.
How do you change?
Relay point. Target locked. Obliterating.
I forgot how to change already. Was it Q? No. Z? Okay, it's in scroll wheel. That's scroll wheel. It ain't tab. It ain't shift.
We have sufficiently asserted ourselves over this inanimate material. Surely we must be done with these mindless examinations of competence by now.
Carl, you couldn't fight your way out of a wet paper bag. These drills just might save your life someday. You'd be wise to put this inanimate material to use before trying your luck on something that can shoot back.
I'll leave it there when you're ready. Forgot. Options. Controller reference? No. Not controller. Controls. Alright. Next weapon group, battle magazine, tactics panel. Launch hangar 1, launch hangar 2, that's good to know. Ship commands, E. Tactics panel, tab. F.
Now that we have strike craft of our own, we should learn how to fight against them. It's a big galaxy, and we're not original thinkers here. We should be able to locate a border raid to have our way with. They should be no match for the combined force of our mothership and strike craft.
Different star races of a different faction will fight each other. Destroy raids is a good way to make friends with the defensive side. Destroying raids is a good way to make enemies of the offensive side. Okay. Destroying enemy strike craft will yield blueprints, which can unlock new ship types while improving existing ones. Locate a raid event.
Gale saved. Extracted.
Though I am completely disgusted by the idea of cooperating with others in a fashion that implies intellectual equality, it often cannot be avoided. Just try not to get extorted too severely.
Starbase produce and trade ship parts. Beware that Starbase value markup. The higher the markup, the worse deal it is for you. Where does one may go? Find a raid.
Signal detected.
Alright. Does it seriously want me to go that far? Goodness.
Scanning area. Area exhausted. Map updated.
Behold, my happy place. It is here my power grows. Using the data we have acquired from the sensors, I can refine our ships and equipment. While I would adore being able to refine every single archaic piece of junk on board, the physical nature of the universe forbids it. Treat the data analytics with respect.
Okay, select a perk every time you level up. Without perks, you suck and die. You can review the perks from your Captain Info page. Click on yourself from the star map.
There is research data that has not yet been allocated. Consider not allocating it and instead allocate it. Part size increase. Small parts connect quality parts to your mothership. No need to use any more junk parts. Faster reload, weapon damage, or shield strength. The reload is ridiculously long on that.
Scanning area. Signal detected. Resource acquired. Awareness expanded.
Neighboring starbase is deploying a raid party here. The current starbase owner will appreciate if you wipe them out. The owner of the raiding party, not so much. Note this solo encounter. No other captains will assist you if you choose to fight.
Do you know what the definition of insanity is? Well, it is not doing the same thing over and over, expecting a different result. I checked the dictionary. However, that is literally the definition of practice. We have all practiced this over and over. Now let's drop those training wheels and execute.
Practice is irrelevant. The
Oh.
command and control system is smarter than the sum of all brain matter on board. Simply change the pre-configured weapon configuration to my experimental battle wagon mode. The ship's weapon systems will track and fire independently, unfettered by human ineptitude.
Battle wagon mode will always shoot you for center of mass. If you wish to manually target a ship module, you can override battle wagon target control by pressing the fire button. You can customize weapon groups and battle wagon target priority in the weapon config menu loaded in the options menu. Next weapon group, Q.
Battle wagon mode activated. Shields offline.
Oh, looking the wrong way.
All right, we've graduated from inanimate material to ships a tenth of our size. It's a baby step, but I'll take what I can get from this bunch.
Are we done burning bugs with a magnifying glass? Good. Okay, let's carry on. Second star to the aft.
Target locked. Obliterating.
I try not to start fights I can't win, but everyone makes mistakes. It's not beneath me to use one of those silly failgates if the situation should call for it. Just remember, we're going to have to dump some cargo and leave our strike craft behind if we do so.
Retreat through a failgate will cause the ship to lose some of its resource. Your active strike craft will be lost if you flee. Scout for power, shield, or armor power-ups to keep yourself in the fight. Your enemies may try to flee if they feel they cannot win a fight. Failgates can be destroyed to prevent anyone from fleeing. No! I didn't! Oh my gosh. Moved like a fraction of an inch. Strikecraft, a mixed-class side ship with a system mothership. A small ship equipped with 2 micro-turrets and 2 omni-turrets. Okay, so... weak short range emitter, a low caliber short range machine gun. Sure.
Now that we have achieved a base level of technological excellence, I see no reason to tow around with this useless garbage. Trade, steal, kill, rinse, repeat. If I have to look at this eyesore much longer, I will gouge your eyes out.
Buy better parts for your mothership. Avoid using junk parts if possible. Every starbase has a junkyard you can visit if you need junk parts for free. Every starbase has an arena event you can use to win resources needed to buy better parts. Gnarly.
Game saved.
Subcores are used to expand the size, okay. Subcores, okay, so these are subcores. Photonitrin mulch core. Weight, health. Don't know what that is. Shield. Don't know what that is. Reload time? Power, battery? I have a skelly. So 16 health versus has 20, 10, 14, 2, 2, 16, 23, 220 power, 30, or sorry, 22.0 power, 3.0 power. Both weigh the same, but this one has better repairability. I don't know what the boards are. This one right here. Icon Legend. Oh, yeah, Icon Legend. Damage multipliers. Civilian, miners, hunters, militia, science. Damage multipliers. 0 plus, 25 plus, 50 plus, 100 plus. Noses are weapon platforms that can be mounted forwards facing sub-core ports. Noses provide a bonus to shields. That's Icon Legend. Turn speed, okay. That's what the arrow is. Thrust power, reactor, capacitor, specialty, synergy, damage boost, equipped, comparing light years, command points. Infection, mass. shields, armor. Okay. Me took. Gnosis mount to forward facing subcore ports. Gnosis provide a bonus to shield. So this is mulch core. We have 3,800 junk, not junk, scrap. So this is rare, that's why I've been looking at it. So photonitron has better capacitors, better power, a little less damage resistance. It's not bad. Okay. Oh, I see. Alright, that's cool. Nose. This one's better in every way. They're all droops. This one's... What's a star mean? Right. Right there. Oh, special. Let's go stop here. Oh, that's how much scrap we have. Understood.
Scanning area. Extracted.
Get pre-approved for mortgage financing today. Progress locked. You must be awarded a privilege to build a starbase. I don't have the necessary parts to go there, you turd. We're 617. Archer feeder left. Buy better parts for your mothership. Avoid using junk parts if possible. Every starbase has a junkyard you can visit if you use spare parts. Every starbase has a rain event you can win a resource. Gotcha.
Ain't nothing's intended to be solitary in nature. That's why you have two kidneys, huh? We should break up the metal mother nice and neighborly so we only have to pay for interweave hookup at one time.
Okay. Subcore ship parts will receive a synergy stat bonus when neighboring subcores are connected to it. The more connections, the higher the bonus. You can visualize synergies by illuminated energy conducts between subcores. Subcore synergy will frequently pulse, showing the number of connections that subcore has. Put your best subcores in locations with a high synergy bonus. Okay. Peripheral parts, wings, noses, engines will receive a damage bonus when connected to synergy core pieces. Microblaster. So this is an engine. Open right. Goodbye. $18,600, $18,600. These are all the same. Thrust of 3.0, thrust of 3.0, thrust of 3.0. So this junkyard is pretty crap. So I'm more or less gonna have to get more scrap.
Signal detected.
While I don't even trust my own office chair these days, let me be the first to admit that we can't survive out here without the help of others. We should consider trading goods and supplies with people, rather than trading insults and bullets. If a hostile confrontation cannot be avoided, then we should consider taking off. We don't have to fight every lemon that looks at us the wrong way.
Salutations.
Eh.
I find your arrangement satisfactory.
Map updated.
Huh.
Signal detected. Resource acquired. Awareness expanded.
Buy better parts for your mothership. Avoid using junk parts if possible. When Starbase has junkyard, you can use it for free. Every Starbase enters arena. I need to buy nose, engine, right wing, subcore.
Added to cargo hold.
Somehow, for some void-forsaken reason, the galaxy isn't quite violent enough for some people. That's why we have simulation arenas. They kind of work like a mind-rotting video game, giving homicidal psychopaths a safe environment to practice. It might not be such a bad idea if we gave it a go. I know it hurts, but we just might learn something, and maybe earn a few slivers of scrap for our troubles.
Arenas can be found at all starbases. Winning in the arena will earn you experience, scrap, and relations. Your real ship will not be harmed. Arena events do, however, factor in your personal perks. If you find them too difficult, come back later after you advance some. Can you build it better? Test your current ship design against this arena ship layout. The enemy arena ship will match your perks and tech levels. Your real ship will not be harmed.
Battle wagon mode activated.
Max Capacitor says, read this. The Aegis is heavily shielded, equipped 5 noses. Lasers are up front for taking down shields, while dual torpedoes and pulse cannons are for ripping enemy hulls apart. A gravity missile is equipped for those quick getaways and your shields ever come down. And fire.
Shields offline. Game saved. Battle wagon mode activated.
Ah, freaking get through.
Offline.
How weak is our shield? I can't recharge shields or do anything. It's just getting shelled like this. Fine, screw it. Turn faster, you slow bastard. Shields are not here. If I could turn faster, that would be amazing. Oh, great. Yep, I'm dead. Yep. I don't understand that design. Well, let me just try again. I gotta learn the ship.
Battle wagon mode activated. Position holding. Engaging.
Yeah, I know ships are. Oh no, arena complete. I'm confused. Was it because I suicided or because what? Hmm. Mounted and rear-facing subcores engines provide bonus to thrusters. Control? No, it's E. Right? No, F. Comparing. Oh, it's right click. We can buy like the cheapest stuff on the market, and that's it.
Area exhausted. Scanning area.
I need scrap.
Map updated.
Apparently your intestines are so long that if you strung them up end to end, you'd probably die. This here metal mother doesn't like to loot the dead. But what need do they got for intestines?
With the wreckage of war and 5 various supplies, search or wreck takes time. You may have to search or wreck several times to extract the loot.
Pillaging successful.
You found a slicer left. Okay. Uh, 16,610 or 16,601. Oh, it's slicer left, that's right. Does it have to be up front because of where the missile is? Wings provide bonus to turning rate.
can never reason with a bandit. In fact, I don't think they even understand a basic language. They pretty much stomp around, raping and pillaging anything that moves. Having one foot in the grave already, most of them are little threat to us. That said, I've heard rumors of colossal bandit ships more times than I can ignore. Trash pile or otherwise, we should respect and acknowledge their potential threat before we look for trouble with these potato-brained psychos.
While bandits cannot be reasoned with, bandit enforcers and bandit chiefs are stronger than typical bandit. Keep an eye on the threat level before engaging them. Keeping bandits is a good way to earn XP and scrap, but never as being ludicrous as killing another captain.
In space, only I can hear you scream. China wanna eat your brains. Go ahead, run. I'm gonna paint the ship's hull with your blood.
Panel wagon mode activated. Shields offline.
Well,
We're not accepting new applicants this time. Go ahead, run. It only makes it more fun. China wanna eat your brains.
Totally wicked awesome.
little helper.
Activated. Engaging.
Just trying to rush to the fight.
Shields offline.
Look at all this here stuff all tossed about the void like toilet paper in the wind. As much as I want to stuff the metal mother full of treasure, the space inside is always smaller than the shell outside. Go figure.
Go figure. After battle, there are usually some ship parts left behind. You may use a tractor beam to reassemble your detached ship parts in combat. However, all your own parts will be automatically recovered when you leave the area. You will have an opportunity to collect the 4 highest value items upon leaving the area. The remaining items will appear in the wreckage on the star map, where other captains have an opportunity to loot from it. You can loot wrecks even if you were not in the fight.
Thanks and stuff.
Wing platform, Mandolin right.
Priority asset designated. Relay point designated. Target locked. Obliterating. Engaging.
What does this do? We have mounted on sides facing ports. Turning rate. Fast moving, fast tracking missile good for tracking ships and strike craft.
Target locked. Obliterating. Target locked. Obliterating. Engaging.
Alright, so I don't think there's any other parts. Come back! Is that a rock that I was towing?
Relay point designated.
Okay. So it doesn't look like there's any other scrap here. If only my thruster was more powerful. That's another. Could I not be in this?
Target locked. Obliterating.
There we go. So it's a missile thing for sure. Alright, enough of that. Time to star map.